Right, hi guys, Scott again, and welcome back to another video. Now, as said in the previous one, and well, if you haven't watched it anyway, as you can see by the title, I am going into and giving a bit more detail, because I know I didn't in the video, about how I wrote off my MR2 on the NC500. If you haven't watched the video, please feel free to watch it, and you'll get a bit of insight into it. And just, yeah, honestly, if you haven't done the NC500 as well, you've got to do it. It is so good. Like, don't even have to enjoy cars or anything or roads, it's just the views. And I didn't know stuff like that existed in the UK, if I'm honest. So yeah, obviously, as I said, I wrote off my MR2 while on the NC500 in Scotland. It's all been settled and whatever now. So, and at the time, looking back on the video, I was in shock, and I really, for the rest of that trip, I still wasn't completely 100%. And then I just took a bit of time to get my head over it all. And this, yeah. But I rolled, pretty much what happened is, obviously, as you can see, I rolled the car. Now, we were going along quite a nice road, 60 mile an hour country road. So as you do, I was doing probably about 50, 60, and then we were going up a hill. So and the MR2, not the most powerful car, and it was quite a steep incline. And so honestly, I could not tell you what speed I was going, but it couldn't have been more than 40 to begin with, 40, 50 mile an hour. And I was going up this hill, was out the convoy, I was second in line, so I was following a mate. And he made it round, and then I hear over the radio, the lead car turns around and says, oh, there's a car coming down, like, because we were just giving traffic updates and all that, and this car comes, so it was a hill into quite a sharpish left-hand corner, and hear over the radio, car coming down, and I see this car coming round, it's going pretty fast, but I can't say if it's more than 60 or whatever. It was 60 mile an hour road. But as you sometimes do on a country road, he was very close and a little bit over the line on my side of the road. So, all being a bit quick, I probably didn't react as well as I could have, and I panicked a little and hit because I just saw this car, and all I could think was, I'm going to have a head on here, because how he looked at he was coming and how I was going rounds, because obviously it was corner, so I was trying to take the racing line a little bit. Not really, I was hanging out on the outside to go across inside and round the corner, so I was quite close to that white line anyway. So I saw it, and in my mind I thought, I'm going to have a head on, so I braked and downshifted, and I probably braked a little bit too hard, and no need to downshift him, whatever. But the MR2, if you don't know, it's a very, very light car, and obviously the engine's mid-engined and all the weight is at the back. So a big shift in the weight balance when I braked brought a lot of the weight to the front, and obviously there's not a lot of weight over the front, and the big shift in weight balance led the car to go into a skid. So I'm going sideways, so car's gone past, no other cars, it's just me around on this road, so there's no one else involved. It was literally me and my own mistake, going down, and then I'm just going down this road sideways, and obviously it's a soft top car, and I'm seeing this verge come towards me, and I'm looking at it like, right, okay, I knew what had happened, and I knew that I wasn't saving it, because it was past the point of no return, and I was not saving it. So I knew it was happening, and I'm just sat there thinking to myself, please do not roll. It's a soft top car. I'm looking at this verge come towards me sideways, and I'm like, please do not roll. And then I hit the verge, and the car rolls onto its roof, and then back again, but facing the direction I'd just come from. So as it's happening, I'm going like that, and I watch the roof come in towards me, and then the car, and I'm just like, as it's on its roof, I'm like, it felt like an eternity. And those of you who have ever had any sort of accident, it feels like it's going on forever. I will add, the roads were wet, it had rained and was raining at the time, so that didn't help. So it was all these factors that just built up into what the events that happened. Like, one without the other. If the car wasn't coming, would I have? Probably don't know. If it wasn't wet, would it probably happen? No. If I reacted better, would I have crashed? No. But life works in weird ways, and everything lined up so that I ended up, yeah, rolling. So lands back on its wheels, thankfully. I'm a bit taken by what's happened, and funny enough, the car, like, it stalled. Obviously because it was still in gear and all that, so it completely stalled, and I was sat there, and the first thing I did was try to turn the car back on, and credit where credit's due to the little MR2, it turned straight back on, like, started straight back up, and the engine and everything still worked. It was purely due to the cosmetic and the panel damage towards the, like, at the back. I'll put in the video if I still, like, I'll try and put in the video now. Yeah, so basically, bittersweet end to the story. The MR2 bit me. I'm all good. Yeah, I'm all good. We just gotta get the car up, off, and scrapped somewhere. Yeah.
My trophy.
Boys are just salvaging bits off it for me.
You don't need a light bulb. I want to say, the pads out.
To be fair, how clear are the wheels? Can you get that skid plate off at the bottom?
Maybe. Why?
Because you can drive it, I think. Oh no, you cannot.
That wheel's flat.
Oh, shit.
I don't think this is a very expensive radio.
Yeah.
That much. I'll keep on doing Scott.
Not good, not happy, but I'm alive, so. Onwards with the NC once we get this sorted out. But yeah, credit where credit's due, the little car still turned on and still wanted to drive. Like, it still did, but it just would have been, it was too much damage to not do it. And yeah, so I then watch all my mates come past, and none of them like, they just saw a car and thought, oh, someone's done that. But then it took a little while for them to clock and then look at it and go, oh shit, and realise that it was me in a ditch. Yeah, big learning experience. It wouldn't put me off getting another MR2 either. It's just, there's driver error, but I'm so lucky I got out of it with no injuries. Like, how many people can say they've rolled a soft top car and not been injured? Like, someone was looking out for me that day, and it's a big learning fact. Like, how easy it is to make a mistake, and it could end up like that. Luckily, no one was involved other than myself, so it's just me that was affected by it. It was my own fault, which and no one else to blame completely. Obviously that car threw me off, but it's not their fault, it's my fault for how I reacted. Yeah, so it was just a big life sort of learning lesson. But some mates come past, see me in the ditch, come out, and then obviously you got the bit in the video where I turned around and I went, it's just happened. And I didn't realise at the time, I thought I was okay, but you don't realise you're in shock, which is probably the worst bit, is because I felt like, oh, let's just get out of the ditch and carry on. But looking back at that video and how I was acting and talking, I could tell I wasn't right. And then thankfully I was able just to get in someone else's car and just chill out. Like, shock's not good. And it wouldn't have been right for me to get in and drive. Yeah, so luckily we were able to just sort it out ourselves. I got on the phone to the insurance, told them what happened, arranged recovery, and I decided to do it in the furthest away point from any civilization that you could possibly imagine in Scotland, right on the top of the north coast. So we're about 250 miles into the NC500, so I've completed the NC250. I've got the rest of the other 250 to finish off at some point. But yeah, right top in the middle of nowhere where I did it, which was not the best placement. So got all the insurance and arranged recovery, managing to eventually describe and get on the same page on where it is. Honestly, we used what 3 words, and what 3 words, I'd never heard of it before then, but it is a game changer. Like, if you haven't got it and need it, it's really good. Like, it tells you exactly where it is based off these 3 words. Obviously, what 3 words, and then you can give that to someone else and they can find you exactly. So it's very good if you're ever in trouble. But anyway, so we pulled the car up the ditch with the Grand Vitara, which my mate was very, very pleased about. Obviously, we planned for this. Well, we hadn't planned for someone to crash, but we planned for someone to break down. So we bought a rigid tow bar. We got that fixed in, and we pulled it out the ditch and then put it safely off the road, out of the way in the lay-by. Obviously, had to inform that it was there. Obviously, there's a hubcap in the road, and I thought I was going to hit it. But it was well enough off the road, it wasn't going to make any like thing. It was completely in a lay-by. No one was going to be impacted by it. But obviously, let the police and stuff know it's there, and then yeah, left it in the ditch, left it in the lay-by for recovery to come and get. Put all the bits of trim that had fallen off it and all the stuff inside the car, and just left the key on the wheel, and then that was it. Never heard of it again, and we carried on through the NC500 and finished it off. So hopefully that gives a bit more of an insight into what happened. If you have any other questions, I'll happily answer them. I'm not too biased. It's a good while ago now, but yeah, it was a good learning point. Honestly, I'm sad it went on, because I'd literally said the day before that it was the perfect car to take around the NC500. Yeah, I was loving it. The little car was doing me absolutely fantastic. Completely surprised me, that thing. It was 170, pretty much 170,000 mile car, and it had made this up to that point. I think we had done probably about 1,000 miles, no issues, and honestly it could have done the whole thing and back, and I reckon it would still be going now if I had it, if I didn't let it down. And I did have some big plans for it. I really wanted to get it, sort it out, put it back to a good condition. It wasn't in bad condition, but put it back and get some fun out of it. But yeah, something else, I'll get another car at some point and we'll move on. But it honestly, the MR2 for 1,200 quid, obviously you can't really get, like, well, you say can't get them now. I have seen one very, very similar age, condition, mileage for £1,250, which is pretty much what I paid for mine. So you can still find these bargains. Facebook Marketplace, very, very good place to look. Yeah, so a bit sad that it didn't make it into what it did, but I did get the trip out of it, and can't change what has happened. So hopefully that explains, lets you know what happened, because I know I didn't give too much in the video, but I think I was still in a bit of shock. And then I sort of, after that, unfortunately, after that happened, that was only like, we still had a good couple of days left of the NC500. I didn't really record. I just sort of, I'd lost focus a bit, so I wasn't really recording or taking pictures as much as I'd like to. So apologies for that, but yeah, thank you for watching. Hope that's cleared it up for you, and if you liked the video, feel free to hit that like button, and if you aren't already and want to, feel free to subscribe, and as always, let me know what you thought, comments, etc., and anything you'd like to see, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Thank you for watching.